Hello everyone, you're welcome to Delaroy Studios. This is another episode of Android programming where we'll be looking at the direct share, in Android application. This direct share is the latest from the Google I/O, in which you need a compile SDK of 23, which is the Mashallow, the Android 6 version. So anything less than this compiled SDK version, the application won't run, but it's quite embedded with a lot of stuff. This is a kind of application whereby you have a text view in which you can input your text, or as well you can also input an image, whereby you can share to different calling applications, and also you can share to your contacts directly to your contacts. This is an improved form of the explicit intent in the later version of the Android SDK. So I would like to go through this application and also show you the screenshot of how this application is being built, because I don't have the emulator of Android Mashallow at present, so I had to test it on a real device on a Google Nexus Mashallow SDK. So I will show you the screenshot after explaining the course of the application. Okay, I'll be moving straight to my Android Studio where I developed the application. All right, I would like to show you the dependencies. If you should notice the dependencies of this application, you need a support version 4, 23.1.0, and also the support version 13, 23.1.0, and the card view version 7, 23.1.0. All right, the compile SDK is 23, which is the Mashallow, and while the build tools version is 23.0.2. So it's quite compatible with the Java version 1.7. You have the Java version 8 at this Java version 7 rather. We have the Java version 8, which is the latest. All right, I will be going straight to the UI of the application. In my REST folder, the layout, and we'll be talking about the contact.xml, the main.xml, the select contact.xml, and the send message.xml, because we'll be sending messages to contact and also to listening application. I'll first of all look at the contact.xml. Okay, let's look at the text layout. Okay, there's a text view. If you notice from the top, okay, it's a text view XML, whereby you have we are assigning an ID to it called contact name. This is going to call on the contact name in the Java class. The layout with an ID match parent, the drawable padding, the 16 dp, while the gravity is center vertical. The padding button is 4 dp, and also the padding top is 4 dp. And we give it a drawable start from the map directory, which is the logo avatar, and also a text called taro. All right, let's look at the main XML. Okay, the main XML2 is a linear layout with an Android layout with match parent and height also to match parent. While we have a toolbar tag. This toolbar is actually going to handle the toolbar, which we assign an ID called toolbar to it. And also the background is called from color primary, and the elevation is 4 dp. We have a minimal height based on the Android attribute of the action bar size. There's a pop-up theme where it's going to call on the theme overlay material light, calling from the material design library. And also the major theme, which is the default theme, is the theme overlay material dark action bar. All right, for the action bar top. We don't call it action bar anymore. We call it toolbar, the latest build of Android application. Okay, it's followed by a text view where we're going to assign. We're going to give it a text called "This app demonstrates how to implement direct share," to any other person. All right, and we have an appearance of star where we call on the material body 1. You can also check that from the star folder. All right, there's a view. Okay, where we have a background called darker gray rather, and its layout height is just 1 dp. Right. Afterwards, we have an edit text, which is going to actually allow us to like an input layout, where we we assign an ID to it called body, and also the layout with an ID is match parent and wrap content respectively. While the layout margin ends 16 dp, just to size it well so that it's going to sit appropriately in the UI. and also the int is called the text to share. So that is just going to stay on the input field. So once you're ready to input your own personalized message, this text to share is going to disappear. All right, we have the button where it's going to tell us to share to other calling application and also to your contacts. Okay, we assign an ID called to it called share. All right, and the wrap content is predominant to the layout with an ID, and the margin end and the margin start are all 16 dBs. All right, let's look at the select contact XML because we're going to select a contact. It's also a list view. We assign an ID to it called list. All right, and the click to padding is false. The fader is at null. Padding button is 4 dB. The top 2 is also 4 dB. That's fine. We have the send message XML. Okay, this is a linear layout where we call on the tools, the schemas, the Android.com, the tools, and the layout with an height, match parent. While the orientation is vertical, we have a linear layout inside this linear layout where the orientation is horizontal. The margin starts 24 dp, margin end and top also 24 dp. Afterwards, we have a text view, okay, that's actually set to where are you sending this message to. So that's what that signifies. So that's a gravity of center vertical, and the text appearance is coming from the style, the material caption this time around, the caption. Okay, we have another text view where we assign an ID to it called contact name. I think it's the same text view we assigned contact name to. The content is XML. All right, it's the layout with tonight is 0 dp and wrap content, while the layout margin starts 16 dp. Okay, the graphic is center vertical, and the text appearance also from the text appearance style material body 1, and the text is called just the same text view we explained in the concept of XML. So we have to close the linear layout with this closing tag. Another text will follow afterwards and there underneath it. Okay, the text carries the name called body, and also the margin end and start is 24 dps. It's calling from the style text appearance material caption. All right, another text view followed, which is your edit your message. All right, where it has a margin end of 24 dp and the margin start of 24 dp. Okay, the text tool is called hello world. There's a default text tool. All right, we have a button afterwards which is going to say send, which is going to successfully send your mail. That is in your contact. Actually, in my testing process, I actually didn't use contact. I used another calling application. You can also test this on your contact. You have different ways where you can directly share these messages to different recipients. Okay, I'll be moving straight to my Java class. We'll be talking about the contact Java class, the main activity, the sample choose target service, the select contact activity, and the send message activity. Let's also first of all look at the contact Java class. Okay, these actually calling it has calls the package example Android direct share, which is the package of this application. All right, we have an array, of contacts where you have Teresa, Chang, Corey, Clary, London, Clay, Dana, Dara, Melissa, and Sammy. All right. There's an array. This is like default contact. Anyways. All right. This is going to we assign a string ID called contact ID and the representative invalid contact ID. So we have an invalid ID of -1. Okay. The name of this contact is string name, m name. All right. If you're following with this, and we have a constructor called contact. Okay, where we pass in a string name and we instantiate the m name with the name passed in, and we have another method called contact by ID, where we actually assign an ID, we return the contact ID. Okay, we have another method called get name, where we have to get the name, where we return the m name that we passed into the parameter earlier, and also we're going to get the icon this from the bitmap logo avatar. That's quite straightforward. Let's look at the contact view binder. This is going to import the widget text view. We have a class called contact view binder. Okay, and a public static void bind, where we're going to bind the contact and its text view. All right. Okay, so now we're going to set a text to the text view based on the contacts, whereby you get the name of the contact, and also you're going to set the compound variable relative with intrinsic bounds. Okay, this method is what lengthy. Okay, where you're going to call on the get icon of the contact. You're going to assign this to the text view. Let's look at our main activity, which is the launcher activity. This extends activity. All right, let's look at the imports that were involved in this course of this application. We imported the intent, we imported the edit text and the toolbar. All right, we have a private field called edit body, and also the onCreate method where we call on the super onCreate and they set the content view to the layout main, and also to set the action bar based on the toolbar, ID toolbar, and now the edit body we declared over here. Okay, now we're going to cast on the edit text and find the view by ID, which is the head of the body. And also we're going to find the view by ID, which is the share, because we're going to use a share button, which is the ID. We actually get its ID. We set an on-click listener to this, So now on the on-click listener, what's going to happen? So there's going to be a switch where you get the ID. So if this is a case switch statement. So in the case whereby the ID is share, we're going to call on the share method. Okay, let's look at what the share method is going to do. Okay, follow that underneath. We have the share method, which actually calls on the intent, the sharing intent. We associate with the new intent, and we call on the Android content intent action send. Now this sharing intent is going to set the type, which is text /plain, and also tweak this for images. It's going to be the MIME type of the image, the PNG, is JPEG. Now sharing intent is going to pull the extras based on the content intent, the extra text, the edit body. You get the text, you're going to convert it to string. Now you're going to start the activity, which activity is going to listen to this, which is the create use chooser rather. The create chooser, you're going to sharing intent. You're going to send a message back via what? Via WhatsApp, via Gmail, via Yahoo, via the contacts. These are just what that's going to do. Now we have the sample chooser target service. Now this extends the chooser target service. Now we have a public list generic which passes the chooser target object as its parameter, and the onGetChooser target of the component name, we call on the target activity name, and the intent fielder, we call on the match the fielder. Now we have the content name where we instantiate with the new content name, passing an object called component name. We're going to send the message activity based on the class and get the canonical name. Okay. Now the array list choose targets, based on the targets, we instantiate with the new array list generic method. Now for integer I, which is the counter integer, and the I is less than the contact based on the content length rather, and you're going to iterate with one. This is a for loop whereby in this for loop, in each iteration, what's going to be carried out in the loop. In this loop, you have the content. You call on the content by the ID based on its counter variable. You call on the bundle extras, you instantiate with a new bundle. Now you're going to pass the extras, which is the object created from the bundle. You put the int, the content ID I, this content ID, and also its counter variable as the other parameter. Now the targets, you're going to add the chooser target, the name of this target, which is the get name, the icon to represent this target. You're going to create with resources, and the ranking score for this target, the low score when there are too many direct share items, and the name of the component to be launched if this target is chosen, okay, which is the component name. The extra values here will be merged into the intent when this target is chosen. This is the extras, and you're going to return the target value, right? Let's look at the select contact activity. This select contact activity extends activity where the action string for intent, where we have the action select contact, which is the example 100 direct share intent action select contact. Okay. Now you're going to override this, the onCreate method where you set the content view to the select contact, and also the intent, you get the intent. So if not the action select content equals the intent get action. We're going to have a finish method. You call on the finish method that is going to close. So you're going to set up the list of contacts with the list view class. Okay, you get the ID of the list, you assign it, you create an object from it. So from this, you're going to set the adapter, passing the M adapter parameter, and you're going to set an on-click listener to this list, and based on this parameter M on item click listener. Now, what is the list adapter going to do? Okay, the list adapter is just you're going to instantiate it with a new base adapter. Now you're going to get a count where you return the contact length, the object as well. You're going to get the item where you return the contact by the ID based on the I, which is the counter iteration, and you're going to get the item ID, which is the integer I. You're going to return the I, which is the int. The get item to for the object is also an int. Okay, we have the get view where we pass the three parameters: the int, the view, and also the view group, which is the parent. So if the view equals to null, the view is going to call on the layout. We're going to assign the view to the layout inflator from the parent get context, and also inflate where we call on the layout contact. The text view will be passed to the view, while the contact too will be passed on to the get item, the basic item. Now the contact view binder, when you go to bind the view with the contact, so it's going to bind the contact and also text view. Now you're going to return the text view as a whole. Now I would like you to look at the screenshot. This application actually works with the contact and also other calling applications, just like the explicit instead. But the explicit instead is just directed just only to the calling application. This is not only to only the calling application. It's also going to search for your contacts, where you can also push or directly share the message to them. All right, I will take you to the screenshot. Right after you might have created this application and launched it on your real device. I'd like you to text it on your device. You first of all notice this first interface. Now these are demonstrations how to implement direct share, blah blah blah, and this is the input session where you have to input your message, and also the button called share. Okay, afterwards I actually inputted something. This is another direct share. Afterwards I click on the share button. Okay, this takes me to my contacts. These are my contacts and also all other calling applications. You can also scroll this up and it's going to cover the screen, so you're going to see more of the applications being called and also the contacts involved. Okay, so it's going to send a message via this. Now I actually went through the WhatsApp share whereby I launched on the contact from WhatsApp and I got this. So this is another direct share. It's being showed in the text section of the WhatsApp, ready for me to push to this particular contact. Now I pushed it to this contact and I got this message right there. So you can actually use this in the newest build of share, so that you can have a more robust way of actually incorporating the direct share into your application. You can actually share to other contacts. You can share to other calling devices, applications rather. You can also share images. You can also share. You can also share musics. You can share MP3. You can share videos. With this logic. Thank you very very much for listening. Hope you actually got one or two things from this tutorial, and I'll also upload my source code to my GitHub account so you can pick it up from there and you can know how to incorporate a direct share into your application. You need the latest build. You need the Android 23 as the SDK 23 to actually build this. It's not compatible with the 18, the 20, the KitKat. It's from the Lollipop right to the Mashallow. Thank you very very much for listening. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.